Hi queens, welcome back to HighLowLuxxe. I don't even know the intro anymore, child. Hi queens, welcome back to HighLowLuxxe, where luxury and style are attainable, and welcome back to fall winter trends. These are one of my favorite videos to do, and we're gonna hop right into it. I think I have 10 trends, and these are trends I just think you should try. They're some of my favorites. I think they're the easiest to wear and has the most longevity. So these are my favorite trends. We're gonna hop right into it. This video is in partnership with Revivo, one of those is correct. But I recently learned about this brand. They have super cute things, and the things that I'm gonna show you, you're gonna die. Follow me on Instagram, you already saw the boots. Everything will be linked below that I show. You can use code Janae to get 10% off for the next 2 weeks from the live date of this video. Again, all details will be in the description box. Let's go ahead and get into the first trend. So the first trend that I'm absolutely obsessed with, Maxi everything. Like Maxi skirts specifically that I've been loving, but Maxi dresses, Maxi coats, long line everything. This I love because it just makes you look so tall. I'm 5'3.5", so I appreciate a little length. I think it makes everything look a little bit chicer. I love it, and I feel like it feels like such a big trend because minis have been, like, I know last fall winter trends video we talked about how mini skirts were the thing, and I feel like minis have been a thing for a while. So this is just a nice change. And again, I always talk about trends. It's not about flip-flopping back and forth. It's about when something is on trend and you gravitate towards it, you have a lot of options to purchase it. So if you always like maxi skirts, I'm sure you haven't been able to buy many in store. But now everywhere you look, every store, there are maxi skirts. I'm gonna be, of course, popping up pictures from runway shows, but this was all over the runway. It's very much like whatever your style is, there's something for everyone. Which is, again, the best thing about when things are trending, because all the designers are gonna hop on it, but then they're gonna do it in their own kind of like ethos and aesthetic. So then you can find something that fits your aesthetic. So Peter Doe is kind of like classic, but with a twist, I would say, like very unique, kind of like quirky pieces. And of course, I have something from Revivo. So this is so cute. I have a long maxi denim skirt. Now, you know that's been my jam. You know that's basically what I wore all fashion month, and I found this pink denim. So again, this is more of a casual twist on the trend, and then a little more fun with this pop of color. Pink is kind of the color of the season. It's about finding your aesthetic in this style. You can do like kind of a long line tailored tuxedo style, which feels a little more like refined and a little more elevated. You can do something with denim. And I feel like we haven't seen this. This is a very like 2000s, like early 2000s type of vibe. Like I think of, when this first came about, it made me think of like the Gap. I feel like they used to do stuff like this, probably even like Express. So yeah, maxi everything. I put that number 1 because that's probably my absolute favorite. And number 2, I just put 80s are back. And I have a few categories under 80s are back, but that's the overall theme. One is going to be big shoulders, which are always in, but I feel like the shoulders are a little more 80s inspired. Instead of being super sharp, they're almost kind of like a little slouchy and relaxed, but still very big. And this reminds me of like 80s pictures I've seen of my mom. Red leather. If you follow me on social media, you know how red has a chokehold on me right now. And embellishment, which we know the glitz and the glam has been like the thing to do. So I feel like all of those are kind of composed. The 80s are back. Example I have from Revivo, which is super cute, is this shirt. It has this kind of tie-dye feel, which is even more of the 80s are back. But you can see this is kind of the example of the shoulders I'm talking about, where it's a shoulder pad, but it's kind of a little more relaxed. Almost kind of reminds me of like football, like padding. So not so sharp where it feels super extreme, but still gives you that shoulder definition, which I absolutely love. I have very weak shoulders. I absolutely hate it. I love prominent shoulders. I feel like it makes your waist look smaller, and I like that look. So I absolutely love the 80s are back. And then the red leather, and you'll see me styling this. It should be on the screen right now. Then leather, red leather. I mean, I don't think anything screams 80s more. And you can find it in everything. I recently just bought a red leather dress. I bought a red mini skirt. I bought a red leather jacket. What else did I buy red? Too much. But the point is, it's everywhere. Like, I don't think I've seen anything red leather in most stores in the last few years. And now everywhere I look, I see something and I want it. Versace had some like red leather. I don't know if they're pants. I they're leggings or pants, I can't tell. Dion Lee did red leather corset. It did more of a burgundy feel, so I feel like that makes it feel a little less 80s, but still same vein. The shoulder pad, this coat from Prada, it's in pink, but the silhouette of like the strong shoulders but still a little slouchy is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm gonna pop up the perfect example of what I'm talking about. 80s is back. They call it 80s baby, but it's all the things. It's shoulder pads, it's strong, it's lots of red leather. I'm an 80s baby, so I'm here for it. Okay, next favorite trend is going to be lots of leather. And this I want to explain as like, of course leather has always been in, and I feel like even recently head to toe looks in leather have been in, and colorful leather has been in, but I feel like this is a more polished leather look. I'll pop up an outfit I recently wore over on Instagram. Well, I wore it in real life, but I put it on Instagram. But this is a great example. It's all leather head to toe, but it's not giving goth, if you know what I mean. And I think that has a lot to do with the silhouette of the items, the detail of the items, and then the color of the leather. I have a great example, and it's this brown leather, which I think is similar to what I just popped up, but brown leather just has a way of feeling a little more, it still gives you that dark fall winter feeling, but just less harsh. Less harsh. And I love this one. This is like a midi maxi skirt depending on your height, but I absolutely love that it has this little like frill detail that's in like this kind of sheer fabric. Super pretty. Again, just feminizes it a little bit. So even though you're wearing leather, which could be perceived as super harsh, it feels more delicate and feminine. I really like that. And I just love, you should be seeing me styling it on the screen, of course. But I love this trend. I love a full leather look. If you can find a matching dress and jacket, or just like a matching top and skirt, or matching top and pants, or matching blazer and pants, and boot in the same color, it is such an impactful look. The vibe is very like Bottega. They do a lot of this like leather clothing, but it manages to feel understated and easygoing and casual. Todd's, great example. I'll pop up a picture of this full leather look, and it is just yummy. Like but it's also like businessy, but like effortless at the same time, and it's not giving grunge. There's nothing wrong with grunge. I love a little grunge, but that's just not the vibe. Oh, next trend is one of my favorites also. And this one is straight out of the early 2000s, and I'm calling this one dark romance / grunge. This is very feminine, girly silhouettes, but in black, basically. And I love this one. Let me pop up some pictures so you really get, but just think of frilly dresses, very feminine things, lacy things, even corsets, but all black with leather boots. That's the vibe. Let me give you some brand examples. These are a few looks that are giving all dark romance. So there's one from Valentino. Again, it's all black, so it just feels edgy, but it also feels girly. It's not even that sexy. It's just girly. The silhouette is very playful. There's another one from Alaya. I feel like they do dark romance very well because it's all about the cuts. It's all about the shapes. And the next one is David Coma. And lastly, Jason Wu. Again, like this taffeta gown, super billowy and like has a lot of volume, but it's the darkness that just makes it a little cooler. Dark romance. I'm really into it. Next trend is going to be unique trench coats. This is a fun one. This is an easy one. I feel like we can all play around with this one. I have a stunning coat that I need to show you. We know I love coats, but this one is from Revivo, and you see it. You see the material. It's a unique trench coat. It is like a faux snakeskin black, faux leather, faux snakeskin black trench coat, double-breasted with a belt. This is what I'm talking about. You'll see me styling it, but absolutely love the idea of unique trench coats. I feel like trench coats have become almost like in this section of people's wardrobe where it's like such a basic and a staple, but also kind of like boring. So I love the idea of making it unique and fun and playful and doing cool colors. Like Prada did a leather pink trench coat. I've recently, I think during Fashion Week, I wore like a trench coat that was tan and it felt like that kind of simple classic style, but then it had like plastic over half of it. That's what I'm talking about. It can be a fun color, it can be a mix of prints, or it can be just like the actual material doing something outside of the typical trench coat material. Lots of options. Next up is also one of my favorites. All of these are my favorites, that's why they're on my list. But this one is just, it makes such an impact. It's the corset. It's a corset or corset-like things. I need to think of a cool name for it. But I love how this has transitioned. This was a huge trend for, I feel like, the last 2 years. But now I'm into more of the corset-like things. How can we integrate the corset shape and feel into other items of clothing? And I absolutely love this because, again, it just adds interesting details to clothes you would regularly wear. Outside of a corset is a very specific time and place. I have a great example. Listen, I did all the work for you, okay? This is exactly what I mean by corset-like. This is a denim dress. This is giving dark romance from Revivo. But this is what I mean. It has the silhouette of a corset. It has a little bit of a snatchery like a corset, but it's not like wearing a corset, right? But it gives you that feel, which I think edges up any outfit, but it also can be put into any type of outfit. So you'll see me styling this with the most amazing boots, I'm sure, that hopefully aren't sold out because I already shared them on Instagram. But absolutely love that. I've also seen it in like coats. I'll put up some more examples from a few runway shows, but Versace did it so well, and pretty much that's where I got the idea for that dress. It's like a dress, but it has this corset-like detail right in the middle. It's in the red leather, so it's giving you 80s baby. It's giving you dark romance. It's giving you all the things. Dion Lee, I feel like, is the king of corsets. They've done every kind of iteration, and they look so good. Fendi recently did something on the runway as well, where it was, again, corset-like, but it wasn't as restricting as a corset. And for Fendi style, it's a little more toned down and a little more sophisticated. You can find as people are doing them in like coats, putting like the corset shape or detail, but it's still like a wearable item that you can kind of like throw on and not think that hard about. I love this. Okay, next trend that you need to try is back to basics. This is 90s minimal. This is off-duty model. This is the white Prada tank top and jeans that you've seen everywhere. But as we go into winter, I like this trend just for when you want to just dress down and be casual. It just, you know, I love having a theme. It's more just like having refined, simple items that still make an impact. And these boots fit right into back to basics, 90s minimal, just having cool silhouettes, but streamlined, chic pieces. Okay, are you ready? I don't think I've been this excited about a new item in my wardrobe in a while, at least a month. Okay, these are the boots. These are the boots. They're stunning, but this is a good example. Super sleek. These are from Urban Revivo. Super sleek, minimal, but also doing the most at the same time. That's what 90s minimal is. That's what back to basics is. It's like, and obviously this has a lot to do with like your attitude and how you carry yourself, the confidence and all of that. But this is just like, you know, this, a little denim skirt, a black leather jacket. That's the vibe. It's like, I don't have to do too much, but I'm still doing a lot. These are true to size. Heel height is short, but you can't tell. They're comfortable. They look like $1 million bucks. Like, I don't have to sell you on these. True to size, I got a 38, size 8, 7.5. Back to basics. I always just go to model off duty. This is oversized denim, relaxed denim, like just casual, easygoing items. I got a few examples for you. Of course, Prada is leading the way with their $1,000 tank top. Bottega also with their leather tank top. It just looks like a white tank top, but it's also leather. It's actually leather. And then their leather looking jeans. This is giving, I don't have to try that hard. I just threw this on and I just happen to look amazing. That's the vibe. To me, sometimes it helps to have a theme, because in your mind, you're like, I'm putting on a show. I know the show, and now I'm giving it. Even if other people don't know, I know. So now I feel like $1 million bucks. Maybe they don't see the model off duty, but I know I'm doing model off duty. Does that make sense? Next up is updated tweed. So let me read what I wrote. I wrote polished but fun, chic but not boring. So I feel like Saint Laurent really made this a thing. Obviously, tweed has always been a thing, and it's been a Chanel thing, but that was a very specific type of tweed. And for me recently, in the, I feel like the last year or two, I've seen so many iterations of jackets from YSL or Saint Laurent. And Saint Laurent is just a brand I love. It's cool, it's effortless, it's easy, and it's super, super chic. But they do tweed, and when they do it, it just feels cool. And that's the trend. Doing tweed, but in obviously you can do it in the Chanel way, but you can also do it in the Saint Laurent way. I'm showing you both versions. So I have 2 jackets. I'll show you my favorite one first, because also I'll pop a picture because I've already worn her. I took this to New York again as soon as I took it out of the box. In black, and this is the shape. It's cropped. It has shoulder pads, right? You can throw this on with some baggy jeans, and now you're a little more elevated, a little more polished. So it gives you that I have on a tweed jacket and I mean business kind of vibe, but also not like ladies who lunch kind of vibe. You know what I mean? And I love that it has the silver details. I feel like that also, silver just feels a little more relaxed than gold. Maybe it's just me, let me know. It's double-breasted, and I love this. I love the no collar vibe. I love this jacket. I think on the website it says to size up. This is a US 6. It fits great. And then I have this other option, which is a little more fun than that one. So if you like a little more color, we know I'm a neutral girl. But I also really like this one, and this is for if you like a little more fun. Again, it has it's kind of like rose gold, but I do enjoy all the colors in this one, and like the tweed is just, it's tweeting. All right, queens, those were my trends to try. Let me know what you are interested in, or if I didn't mention a trend and you're absolutely loving it, let me know in the comments below. Of course, check out Urban Revivo and check out my discount code. You can save 10% off for the next 2 weeks, and you just use Janae. And I'll leave out everything below. Everything I showed in the video will be below as well. I think that's everything. Thanks for stopping by.